It's your turn this week. Start however you like.
Cool. Let me see if I can think of anything more interesting. I got nothing. Welcome to the Yami Shibai discussion. We've run out of ideas. This
It's
week, I am
official.
your host, the Ghosty, joined by the handsome, the charming, the notorious Germ himself,
Oh, me.
the low self confidence.
I moved my stuff.
Well, nobody watching can tell that because it's still the same backdrop.
You can see
Here's
stuff
a
like around.
slightly different
Yeah.
angle.
I just put the same stuff on the wall again, though.
Well, the wall's not real. Spoilers.
Oh, it's totally real. It's behind me after all. Isn't
Well,
that
I
what a
guess
true wall is?
technically any wall is just a wooden board, so I guess it is a wall, kind of.
You're ruining the mystique.
I'm breaking the third wall right now.
As long as it's not the wall behind me, whatever.
It'd be
Sorry
a
to be
great
so
twist if I
red.
just like smashed through the wall behind you or something.
You'd be behind me this whole time.
Yeah,
Sorry to be so red. It'll fix itself in a minute.
I feel like nobody would notice before you pointed out the redness.
I don't know. I'm pretty red. So angry.
Jeremy spent a bit too much time in the sun this week,
Brr.
touching grass.
Yeah, so not you didn't know this yet. I was keeping this as a spoiler for you. Not only
Oh,
did we miss one upload, we missed two.
no, that's okay. We're training people for disappointment in life, which is really a service, if anything.
We recorded last time's episode, and then I went, up, it's not due for a week, and then took everything apart, and then I realized that was the night it was due.
It's okay. You're not getting graded on your homework. The YouTube algorithm is angry, but that's fine.
Oh, no, YouTube, no. Oh,
It's not
well.
like the algorithm likes our content that much to begin with, so it's fine.
I like our content.
And that's what matters at the end of the day. All right, let's get this content started.
Yeah, just thinking there's nothing else to talk about now.
Step right up and have a look. It's time for Yami Shibai. This week, episode 10, flower reading.
Okay, ready to read those the flowers.
We join our main character, who's waiting for a bus on a heavily raining day. He watches a man get picked up by a girl. They are obviously in love, and he can't help but be a little bit jealous as they walk away, thinking to himself, I was once like that too.
You know you're an old man when you say that.
Look at him. He looks like he's kind of aging. He's losing some face fat.
Mm.
He wonders out loud if the rain will stop, and hears someone behind him saying over and over again, it'll stop, it won't
It won't
stop.
stop. It will stop. It won't stop.
It's a young girl picking the petals off a flower to find the answer. He wonders why a young girl would be out so late by herself, and she finishes her flower reading, it will not stop. She looks up from the flower, telling him, not only will it not stop raining, but she is never wrong.
Never wrong. Never.
That's the kind of confidence I aspire to. He kneels down to her height and asks her what she's doing out so late. But she interrupts him, saying she hopes his wife comes soon. He shrugs it off, thinking how strange she is. She offers to do another flower reading for him. He asks her if she could head home. She does the flower reading to see if she will go home. She determines, with her self-proclaimed perfect accuracy, that she will in fact not go home.
She already knows the answer to that. That's cheating.
Self-fulfilling prophecy, Elsa. She asks, what should she read next? It's a very psychedelic background in that frame, too.
Oh, let's go back. Very
It's like matches her shirt, kind of.
I think it's supposed to represent like traffic lights, traffic, just random lights in the
Uh,
city.
I think you're right. He can't think of anything for her to read, so spotting his wedding ring, she says she will read it if his wife will come get him. She starts pulling petals, going into her trance. He thinks to himself, well, this is okay. It's just a kid's game. A psychedelic sound effect plays. As she pulls the final petal, the verdict's in. His wife will be here. With a sad look, he tells her it can't come true. But with an excited look of her own, the girl points, saying, oh, she's here. With a shocked face, he looks over and sees his wife in a beam of light. The man gets up to go when the girl asks what she should read next. He says he doesn't need any more fortunes, though, and thanks her as he leaves. We see the husband and wife walk away together in the rain happily. As she watches them leave, she starts to do a new reading. She says, you're dead, you're not dead, over and over again.
You're dead, you're not dead. You're dead, you're not dead.
She pulls the final petal. You're dead. But like she says, he doesn't need any more fortunes.
The end.
The end. This is the happiest ending in all of Yami Shibai.
It's up there. Honestly, it's up there.
It's kind of surprising. I was wondering, like, there was going to be some kind of dark twist to him going away with his wife at the end, but then they didn't really. I guess he's dead. That's kind of dark.
They could have easily done it. And thinking back, the lights behind them may have been a hint that they were not on our plane as well.
Yeah, they were in some kind of spiritual realm. I was thinking that too.
It could like the people are also not like people, where that could be a stylistic thing, but it could also be another representation of like not being on in our plane.
Yeah, they look like I was thinking that at the first frame too. They look very like different, like very spirit like. One's red, one's blue. It looks weird. He looks different from them.
You do see that sometimes in other anime where they're just like, we don't want to make the background characters.
Yeah, they're just not the focus.
Yeah, they're just like shapes of people that don't even move. That's okay. Like if
I
that's your
can't remember
focus,
if they
that's
moved in this episode. I think they were stationary, but then that's pretty typical for characters in
fine.
Yami Shibai in general.
It's rare for the main characters to move.
Yeah, true. Everything is just a still frame.
What a different feeling episode than a normal episode.
Yeah, it definitely was. Uh, it wasn't really creepy. It was just kind of like peaceful, I guess.
Otherworldly and a little sad.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I wonder why that little girl had a tie-dye shirt on.
It kind of matched the all the splashes of color that you see in the rest of the episode, like the other spirits being colorful and the weird otherworldly colors behind him, maybe kind of symbolizing that she was also an otherworldly character.
It could also represent she's been there since like the 70s or 80s,
Oh, that's true.
60s. When are tie-dye
What
shirts
makes
from? Like
60s, I would say. Like
1400s?
hippie culture.
It's
What kind of spirit was she, though?
a good
Like
question.
that dude at the river from Egyptian
Oh, I
spirituality.
know
I
what
can't
you're
remember what
talking
that's
about.
called.
The boatman.
Yeah, yeah. She's like the boatman.
She's definitely some kind of like guiding thing.
As you depart the world. But why is it raining in this
I have
purgatory
the answer written
place?
down on my screen.
Oh,
The heavy rain represents sadness.
did you come up with that, or did you find that somewhere?
That's just what I came up with because that's like the classic art thing, right? Sad thing
I
happens,
see.
it's raining. They could have just emphasized the loneliness he had as well.
Mm. And they're in like this dark place, just like isolated from the rest of town.
You mentioned he looked kind of disheveled.
Mm.
There could be two interpretations I can think of off the top of my head. One, what I thought first before you asked, was that maybe he wasn't looking after himself very well because his wife was dead.
That would make sense. I would say either that or he looks like kind of skinny from the fact that he was sick, maybe, and dying.
That was the other thing I thought of.
Yeah. So one of those two.
I suspect the first one a little more, only because that's kind of the theme of the episode about
Mm.
him missing his wife.
Yeah, it makes more sense. You can see he's not taking very good care of himself. Like he's not
Yeah.
shaving and stuff.
It's funny how annoyed he seemed to her at first, like about her at first.
Yeah, it's like I don't know how to deal with these freaking kids.
What is this little girl doing here?
Do you think there's any hints to how he died?
I don't think so. It could have been traffic. We heard a lot of traffic.
I don't remember any noise in the background, but
Other than
yeah, I
heavy
don't,
rain and some car noises, there wasn't much.
yeah, I don't really think that there was a hint either. I was wondering if you picked up on anything that I missed.
Uh, I wanted to state this for the episode. It'd be a very different feeling episode if he saw his wife and ran away.
Oh shit!
Oh! So, in the predictions, he asked her if the rain. She said the rain was never going to stop.
Mhm.
Does that mean it's never going to stop?
I guess not. Yeah, when she said that, I was like, "That's a very like final statement about rain. Must just be within this time frame."
Probably,
But
but
yeah, it probably means that it's never going to stop in this purgatory domain.
it's funny to think that it's the real world and it's the rain just never going to stop. Bye bye, we're all been flooded away.
Noah's Ark time.
Yeah, like I just a different episode for sure.
I appreciated the difference. Yeah, it's just kind of surprising when nothing like that spooky happens. I guess
There were no jump scares.
I feel like they do less jump scares now than they used to, at least in this season.
There was one season where they went crazy with jump scares.
Pretty much every episode's ending was a jump scare for a small
It might.
portion.
I don't remember if it was 3 or 4.
Yeah, it gets tired for sure.
Yeah. I'm not against jump scares, but you have to use them smartly.
Yeah, there's a point when it's like that's enough.
And every once in a while, they'll have an episode like this where it's like it's more about the emotion than it is about the scares.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good thing they didn't have any of those fat red ghosts this week.
I feel like they have the emotion episode like about 3/4 of the way through the season every time.
I could
Kind
see
of like
that.
a palate cleanser. Yeah.
I could see that.
Some of the
Uh,
emotion ones weren't this like calm though. They're more like here's something that's going to mentally mess you up.
the one that jumps to my mind is the thing on the train.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of too.
I know there's more. I just can't remember them off the top of my head. That one really stuck with me.
Yeah, me too. I think I gave it a low rating. Oops.
Sometimes you have to like. That's what I said. Like I think I would have given it a lower rating the first time I went through as well. But sitting with it
Mm.
for so long, it changes your mind about some things.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning that you clearly remember that episode for a long time.
And the first season's a lot more clear than the further along seasons.
Yeah. I mean, anything new that's going to stick in your memory more.
Yeah.
I think this episode will probably stick in my memory more. We'll see when we get to review, but it stands out.
I suspect if you watch this in 20 years, you're gonna cry. This
I,
specific episode.
I doubt that.
You're gonna cry. I know it.
Me strong.
Okay, you ready to move on?
Yeah.
So we have some comments. It's so blue. I need to fix this. It's so cold.
Ice mode.
So I'll read this one. They use. Oh, this was said by Stark 700. They used some dramatic piano music this episode, which I think surprisingly worked. I didn't get the chill of a scare at this episode, to be honest. It felt more like a drama. I 100% agree with that.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what we were saying. Is that there was no scary scene.
You
I
didn't
didn't
mention
notice
the
the
music though.
piano at all, though.
Yeah,
Maybe I
I kept
missed that.
forgetting to double check, but I think there was like relaxed, like tragic piano music.
Oh, you didn't notice it either.
No.
Quattro Vaginas said, wholesome as fuck out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
That profile picture looks really questionable. I don't know what this
It
person.
wasn't bad.
Oh, okay.
If it was bad, I would have covered the whole thing. It was just like a generic like symbol.
Oh, good, good.
I just like this quote. Wholesome as fuck out of nowhere.
Yeah, very dramatic.
Instead of a jump scare, just wholesome.
Which is scarier in a way.
From Mono Jumal says, this might have been the nicest one. Bittersweet, but still nice. I was expecting his wife. Sorry, it's a little cut off for me. I was expecting the man to walk towards his wife and then get hit by a car, or the kid pushes him in
That
order
would be
to make
so
her
dark.
futures right.
I was kind of expecting something like that too, like the umbrella would move and she would be like a horrific monster.
It's more Yamashibai's style, but I think I like it better the way it was.
I mean, if it would have done that, I actually would have been kind of annoyed. So,
I would have been okay with it. It would just been a completely different type of episode.
Raphael de Jong said he was death before he knew
Death.
it. Well, maybe that's the twist. He was actually death the whole time.
Oh no, how could he talk to the girl? This is by TBRO13. Bro 13. Yeah, this is the one. If I ever stop watching this show, I'll remember this one.
We were kind of saying that too.
Yeah,
It's
I feel like
definitely
I'd
true.
remember this episode.
Fire Rifle 64. Well, lots of good comments this episode.
Yeah,
I'm guessing this kind of spurs discussion where it's different. Said, given the nature of the show, not surprising death would come, but this was surprisingly a nice change up.
I agree. It's a nice change up just to change the formula a bit.
It was definitely surprising.
Okay, now it's time. Oh, I'm so green, jealous of envy.
You've turned sick.
Time for a germ tangent.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
So that's
I
where
regret
this
doing
is
that
from.
song.
Don't worry, I have the picture too. Don't worry.
Nice.
So some
Oh,
flowers and
cool.
what they mean. The flower languages. The language of flowers, I should say. Uh, it's interesting. I think the funniest is the pink one.
Pink one. Which one's
Bottom,
that?
a little left.
Pink, yes.
Pink, yes.
I like the yellow one at the top, the yellow marker right. I come soon. Interpret that how you will.
Like a lot of these are sweet, but some of them are funny. Yellow
This is
pansy,
so
I'm thinking of you.
this is so dated, I feel.
Pleasure and pain. Top left with the wild rose.
White rose. I simply cannot. Strange.
Which one are you looking at?
The white rose just says I cannot.
I cannot. I didn't even think you finished your sentence. I was like, oh no, he's having trouble reading. It's just I
Even
cannot.
even this apple blossom one, like the wording of what it means is so dated. I prefer you before all. Nobody says that.
I guess they're nice thoughts. It's just funny. And there was a lot more down below. So I grabbed some of my favorites.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there was so many.
Declaring war. Watch your back.
Here's a tansy. Oh,
Scary.
the lily yellow didn't age well.
You gotta be careful with the lilies in general, I guess. Like the line between yellow and orange can mean a pretty big difference.
You know what they say about piercing the left ear and carrying around the lilies that are yellow.
Yeah, true.
Any other that jump out to you?
Crab Blossom says ill nature. What does that even mean?
It's just I feel ill about you.
I don't know what most of these flowers are, to be honest. Like
Me
candy
neither.
tuft.
But they're entertaining.
Yeah, that's true.
Here's a
This is
candy
like
tuft.
horoscopes for flowers.
Tough it out.
But I don't really care. I'm indifferent.
uh, so I think we're done with these, but they're fun. I think that's what they're supposed to be, just fun.
I'll be self-conscious anytime I send flowers from now on.
Like, oh, is this the gay one? Am I telling my girlfriend I'm gay? Why did he send me yellow lily to crab blossom? Oh.
Mixed messages.
So, themes and metaphors for the episode. I had a little bit of a hard time with this one.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's not really a metaphor as far as I can see. Maybe the child represents the child they never got to have or something.
Ooh, I like that.
And it's kind of like something they missed out on in life because his wife passed away seemingly early.
And they would have made her wear a tie dye shirt. They were terrible parents.
Maybe the red on it represented blood.
Ooh.
She was never born.
My theory is just that grief can take over your life, but you can still find happiness.
It's true. You still find peace eventually.
But honestly, I don't think like some episodes. I don't really think it has a real. Just more about the feeling. I think.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't think they're trying to do anything like really abstract.
But it's fun to think about. So, Ghosty, what is your personal score?
I feel kind of bad after enjoying the peacefulness of this, but I'm here for the ghosts, baby. What is this? I'm not here for these wholesome moments. This is a 5.
A
Give me
hard
some
five.
scares.
You were what was the flower for indifferent?
Crab Blossom.
No, I think that was ill fortune.
Oh, well, I'm that too. But this is boring. Show me some ghosts. That's what I'm saying.
uh, like, what do you do? Like, not everyone's gonna like love every episode. It's fine. I gave this one a 10 out of 10.
We're on opposite sides of the spectrum here.
Do you want to know some spoilers for my anime list?
Yes.
This was rated very high.
I can see that just because it's like it subverts your expectations. So that's the kind of thing people like.
I'm not going to tell you if it's the top of the season or maybe even like top half, but it was rated high. People like
It's got to be top half.
it. Maybe the season was rated really well.
That's true. I doubt it though.
Yeah, like I feel like the episodes have been okay. Nothing like bad. Not like was it season 4?
I can't remember. I feel like season 2 might have been the rough one, but it might have been also a great one. I can't remember which one had the one that had the episode at the end that tied everything together. That was a good season.
I think that was season 3. I think, and that one was a lot of fun. Like where a lot of the episodes are like tied together at the end.
I think that was my favorite season.
The first season I have a special place in my heart, but that season is a lot of fun. This one's okay so far.
Yeah, I agree. Not bad.
So, the next episode is called I'm the Only One.
Oh, it'll probably be something like the let me keep it, but the ghost
Ooh.
becomes obsessed with this person and refuses to let them have anybody else in their life.
You're not far off, but in a different way than you intend.
Interesting. See how this plays out, I guess.
So if I'm not mistaken, let me go too forward. This image change your opinion on what the next episode is about?
Their daughter takes over their life,
Interesting. No.
and she's sitting in the throne.
But this is the image for the next episode.
Interesting. It could be this episode too,
I don't
minus the
think
chair, I
so, and
guess.
you'll see why.
Ooh, looking forward to it.
Thank you for joining me, Ghosty.
It's been fun. See you next time.
Thank you all for being you. Bye.